We're going downhill, and it's honestly very sad. Every day it becomes more apparent that people don't have an attention span, that we need constant gratification, constant dopamine, whatever it might be, to push us through a normal day. If there's not any memes, sound effects, visual effects happening, people lose attention at whatever they're looking at. It's gotten to the point where bringing value isn't as important as catching someone's attention. Just because you have the most important and beneficial product in the world means absolutely nothing if you can't grab people's attention. Things like brain rot and polarizing titles get people to click and engage with what you're selling. And the harsh truth is that you can't compete unless you're doing it too. Also, most people that watch my content aren't subscribed to me, so if you have 10 seconds, subscribe to me, like, share, comment, whatever it might be. It means the world. It helps push my educational content to others, and it helps me be motivated to push out more content for you. There are a select few individuals that don't need to do this to get value to you. People like David Goggins and Andrew Huberman have a reputation for themselves and don't need to do this. Other people that don't have the credibility or the recognition have to use these techniques. Everything boils down to two basic methodologies to win in this realm. It's posting 5,000 times a day or posting brain rot so that people are engaged and actually watching your content. Now, the issue about this for me is that A, I don't post content that can relate to brain rot like that. And B is that I can't afford to pay people to clip my videos to make enough content so I can post 5,000 times a day. I have to do the best that I can with what I have available, the resources, my time, and posting myself, editing my own video. And my idea is that I post educational and motivational videos for the most part, especially in the long form content. There is no reason for me to throw up Tung Tung Toho or whatever his name is in the back of my videos just so that you would watch. The twisted thing is that your brain is programmed to enjoy that more than something that will actually give you value, something educational, a skill, a lesson, whatever it might be, beneficial information for you, because the other one gives you pleasure and dopamine and it's very simple to process and digest the information versus some complex idea where you actually have to sit back, think about it, process it, learn it, repeat it, all that kind of thing. That's not what your brain wants. Technology and businesses are so ahead of the curve that they can process how our brains work better than we do. They study our eye movements, they study how long we look at posts, they study at what we react, where do we comment, who do we send to, and then with this information, they can create the most effective plan for you to waste the most amount of time of your day. Let's think of two scenarios on social media and you tell me which one you're more likely to watch. Scenario A, it's good news about some conflict that's happening on the other side of the world and it's being resolved. Something about somebody getting married, a happy post, and somebody traveling. Versus scenario B, which is a recent brain rot clip, someone falling and getting hurt, and then a puppy video. We all have the same answer. You're more likely to watch scenario B than you are scenario A, just due to the fact that those videos are easy to process and get a more of an emotional evoking out of you. The easy part is acknowledging and realizing that there's an issue, that you have an addiction to social media, to brain rot, to all this content that you're being fed. The hard part is actually changing it. You know, our lives are built around technology and content now, so much to the fact that if you don't know what's going on, you're out of the loop and people look at you weird because you're not aware. It's like if there's a viral video that's blowing up right now and somebody talks about it or it comes up in conversation and you don't know what's happening, people are like, whoa, that's weird. How do you not know that? You know, like people start to judge you. The important part is realizing that their judgments don't matter. If you don't know a video, you shouldn't be harassed and, interrogated for not knowing a certain piece of content exists in the world. The easiest way to do that is literally severing the tie. I have it made for myself that, A, I don't have Snapchat anymore. That's one social media down. I don't have Facebook. That's one I don't have downloaded. There's no purpose. It's just not something that's my cup of tea. And then the two social media, Instagram and TikTok, I have a hard counter on times. You're like, oh, screen timers don't actually work. Give it to somebody you know, tell them to put in a random password and then give them an incentive. Be like, hey, if I ever ask you for this password, if you need this password, I'll pay you $5. That is an incentive for you not to use it. So now this person holds the key to give you, the social media access that you're striving for, and then you have to pay them if you want it. Granted, I have 30 minutes on each of these apps a day, which is already plenty of time. But what this does, it puts a hard counter on the ability to actually utilize this content. It gives a reason for you to do other things. If you're spending so much time during your day scrolling, watching the same videos, Well, now if you put a hard counter on that, what are you going to do with your time? It gives you the time to read, meditate, reflect, journal, start a business, go to the gym. You know, like I could go down the list, meal prep, you know, whatever it might be, you have that freedom and time available now. And I totally understand the need and desire to scroll. It is constant dopamine. It feels good. It's easy. It's lighthearted. You could find out some funny content. But the thing is, once you get a couple scrolls in, it's a really steep and slippery hill down. 10 videos can turn into 10 minutes to an hour like that, just because you're not supposed to realize how fast time goes when you're on those apps. That's why in my mind, the best way to go about it and using the social media is actually the social aspect. Communicate with people, interact, share your feed, share where you've been, share trips, use it for educational purposes, throw on a podcast from YouTube, find accounts and people that inspire you and actually push you to be a better person and follow those people rather than following, you know, meme nuclear 101, whatever it might be the account name. Remember that people are winning because of your downfall. You are fueling their trips to the Bahamas, their yacht purchases, whatever it might be, by spending countless hours on social media. And on your perspective, you're just wasting time and wasting potential that you have stored in you. Not all content needs to keep you stimulated constantly. Some of it is educational. I hope my content can give you some value and teach you something every time that you join and watch my video. Lock in, twin, and launch forward.